Hello and welcome aboard another speed paint video. Today you'll get to see a few of my other OCs and know their first names. And I'll also tell you a lot about why I didn't upload by the original temporary schedule I had. First up, Ronan, an orphan that grew up to be one of the most skilled assassins, but also has a couple of bounty hunters after it. It's a bit of a long story. Also, he technically has 3 other brothers and a sister. Lucky, the second youngest of the orphan siblings, is a defanged vampire. He's always pretty kind, especially towards his orphanage siblings. Now Lucy, the youngest of the orphan siblings, what I call a goat solos, or a lamb. She was abandoned by both her parents, the herd and the ram of the herd. And here's Toby, not to be mixed up with Toby. He is a Dophus, another race on the Ganon Islands. And Kamal is the caretaker of all 4 of these orphans. She does occasionally take care of Tide's son, which I'll talk about in a bit. Now, none other than Tide, he is a pirate from the Unseen Crew. He basically found and adopted his kid and named him Lord. Also, he's technically a human. Next up, Lord, Tide's son. Lucy, Toby, Lucky and Ronan treat him like a brother, sort of. More like a stepbrother in a way. But usually only when Kamali ends up babysitting Lord because Tide is ravaging a village or something. This is Augie. She's the navigator of the Unseen Crew that Tide's a part of. She is from a mafia family, but because her family is so accepting, they let her become a pirate. And here's Harvey. He is the basic bronze of the Unseen Crew. He always goes headfirst into just about every battle, literally. He also has one older sister, but he decides to become a pirate so they don't visit often. And there's Kale, who takes care of the decks and the ship. He has a daughter named Ira, who isn't actually a pirate along with her own father, but they do truly care about each other, they just don't get to see each other often. And here's Captain Orin, or as Tide usually nicknames, Captain I, the leader of the Unseen Crew. He knows exactly how to wield any kind of sword you give him, except for katanas for some reason. He always takes care of the crew. Now for the most mischievous trio in the Ganon world. Hayden, Azur, and Skylar. Hayden is in the middle, Azur is the orange one, and Skylar is purple. These 3 are some of the only people that know Ronan's real name, along with Jasper and Bardar. Speaking of which, here they are. Jasper is a vampire and Badar is a Starspawn, which is quite the duo, seeing as both their island nations are in war. Lux does not go along with Tide nor Ronan, or just the majority of the other OCs in fact. They are a vigilant and is supposed to keep order between everyone and the islands. Now for Ferris, Toby's best friend. Shortest of everyone, a honey badger solos, and every time he looks in the mirror you could always ask if he's the fairest in the lands. He's always trying to impress Lux. No one knows why. And now meet Zoya. Surprise, surprise, it's a dude. He is also a Dophus, but he's a lot older than Toby. He is the main merchant that the Unseen Crew always buy from for things like food, resources. Also, he has a whole bunch of throwing knives under his capelet at all times. This is Elijah, a spider solos who was married, but of course she ate her husband. But don't worry, she's asexual now. She probably won't eat another person. She has 2 sets of legs on her back and her normal legs, then her hands, so that makes 8. That is how I turn a spider into a human phobia. And here are 4 humans that got banished to this realm. There's Dylan, then Leora, which is his daughter. Then there's Jesse and Kelly, which are friends of Leora's. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, there's this little creature whose name is a Veli that lives inside Lord's mind. There's so much trouble going on. Here's Lucas and Mason. They're both elementals from the Elemental Mountains Island. It's a giant island, absolutely humongous. Anyway, Mason is a ruler of the volcano. Lucas is a commoner. He is technically royalty, but the ocean folk of elementals don't do royals, so just commoners. This is Quill, a blood keeper, which are the type of elementals that were banned from ever being set afoot upon the natural lands for elementals. So all the blood keepers ended up burying themselves underground and hiding away. Until her. Here's Nash. He's the closest thing to a demon, plus he only has 2 fingers and a thumb on each hand. Here's Vex. He lost his father as a kid and is now the new ruler of Ganon, and knows times as well since they were kids. This is Ira, Sheila's girlfriend. She is blind in one eye. Ira and Sheila live together on an oasis in the Elemental Islands. Nice and safe. Now that brings us to the end of this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Here's the finished product, and see you on the next one. If not, enjoy your day.